Hi there, this is Dr. Anna Maria Helt, herbalist and microbiologist here with BozBody.com, and Milo napping as usual in the background. So, our herb of the week this week is Allspice, and this is in honor of pumpkin spice season. Yay! You might love pumpkin spice season, you might hate it, but it actually does have some useful spices in it, and you can geek out more about that in an upcoming article I'm doing for BozBody.com. But for now, let's talk about Allspice, one of the lesser known members of the ubiquitous pumpkin spice blend. So you might remember Allspice in that ancient red and white tin in your mother's spice cabinet. I know we had some McCormick's Allspice. I think that dated from the 60s while I was growing up, and so it didn't really smell like too much. But when I was a kid, I actually thought Allspice was a blend of a bunch of different spices because of the name. And you know, I wasn't that far from the mark, because it was named Allspice because it tastes like a combination of cinnamon, cloves, and nutmeg. Although you could argue that that's just 3 spices rather than all of them, but that's being nitpicky. Anyway, so Allspice. Great in savory dishes, but great in sweet dishes, I should say, and desserts, but it's also really good on savory dishes and in things like butternut squash soup and on potatoes, sweet potatoes, and things like that. So what exactly is Allspice? Well, it is the berry of an evergreen tree that grows in Central America, down in up into southern Mexico, also found in many places in the Caribbean, and so native to there. And it's actually the dried fruit of the plant that's used as a spice. And the botanical name, Pimenta dioica, the pimenta part, derives from the fact that the little fruits look kind of like peppercorns, even though they actually are not peppercorns. And so Allspice, aside from its utility in cooking and in your pumpkin spice latte, is also great for a variety of health issues and a variety of systems in the body. And foremost would be the digestive system. So Allspice is great for things like gas and bloating, especially if you have a hard time digesting proteins. And so, like ginger, another component of pumpkin spice, Allspice can help you with that steak dinner if you're having a hard time dealing with it. And so gas, bloating, protein digestion, also things like diarrhea and other forms of excess fluid flow, like menstrual flooding. Allspice can be useful there as a medicinal herb. And it actually does have a long use, medicinally speaking, even though the vast majority of the population is used to thinking of it solely as a culinary spice. Allspice is also good for nerve pain and for rheumatism, and rheumatism is kind of an old-fashioned sort of word for joint and muscle pain, and so you could make an infused oil of Allspice and use it topically for these things. It's going to help with pain, and that's due in part to one of its components known as eugenol. That is an essential oil component. Eugenol, also found in cinnamon, bay, clove is really high in eugenol. Basil is high in eugenol, especially some forms of holy basil. Anyway, that's a pain reliever. And so you can make an infused oil, like I said. And if you don't know how to make an infused oil, just go on to BozBody.com and type in infused oil making and my last name, HELT as in Tom, and you will find an article that goes into detail on how to make your own plant infused medicinal and culinary oils. So nerve pain, rheumatism, so joint muscle pain, and stiff shoulders, tension headache if you use it as a rub on the back of your neck. Also, Allspice is active against a wide range of pathogenic microbes, and so bacteria, fungal, and viral pathogens, and so you could maybe use it as part of a blend as a preventative measure against things like food poisoning or when you're actually sick, or use it in a blend topically for infection. And then there actually are many other uses for Allspice, but another handy one is for fatigue. So it's got some mild stimulating effects, not the way that caffeine or strong stimulants work, but this still can be a nice herb for its uplifting effects and its motivating effects And that can be handy, especially as we move into the darker time of the year where you may be feeling a little bit more sluggish. Or you could just turn to pumpkin spice and get your pumpkin spice room freshener and all that stuff. But there is a healthier way to maybe approach pumpkin spice season. Like I said, like it or hate it. And allspice, and introducing it into your life, to your cooking, to its medicinal uses, can be one way to embrace this time of the year. And so, like I said, there will be an upcoming article on basmati.com delving into the various spices in pumpkin spice and their medicinal uses. And so keep your eyes open for that over the next couple of weeks. And until next time, be well.